What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Allthemodium 7 to the Sky. Guys, last episode we left off with a question to you guys. How do we get more of the Allthemodium 7 ores, the Unobtainium and the other stuff, Allthemodium and all these different types of ores? How do we get them? And yeah, unfortunately, I didn't want to work with bees and try and get all of the resources through these little guys. I mean, they're fine for getting small amounts of resources, but just trying to get the iridium ones set up, yeah, that took a while. And they're kind of slow for what they do. Like if we take a look at them, you can see there's all these different traits, so you can up the productivity. This one's on medium, these are on normal. I think there's another, this one's on high. Yeah, so there is different productivity levels. And there's different, let's see, I thought there was, yeah, I guess it's the endurance maybe? There's a way you can speed them up and they can produce more and all this kind of stuff. I think you can make them so they will work during rain and during day and night and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of things you can do and make them better, but that's a lot of time investment. I just didn't really want to do that. So the other thing is, you guys had pointed out that obviously there's seeds to get these things. Yes, there are seeds, and you can get this stuff through mystical agriculture. I assume it's in here somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there's mystical agriculture seeds. I'm trying to look at the different icons and talk at the same time. It's not working. Yeah, so you can get some of those resources through mystical agriculture and through the seeds, and we've been through this before. Where like, sure, our crops are growing over here, and they do produce, but it's going to take a long time, first of all, for us to get enough resources to make all the seeds to produce enough, and then to wait for all of those plants to actually produce enough of the stuff that we need to begin with. So yeah, it's going to take a while, and then I'd have to AFK in order to get all those resources. Those are things that I didn't want to do. But yeah, it was also pointed out to me in the comments, and this is something I didn't really take a look at. So let's take a look at Unobtainium. Unobtainium. All right. So I was looking at this, and it says player mineable only, not quarryable. And that's as far as I went. It's like, okay, that means we can't use any quarries. We have to mine everyone by hand. The one thing I didn't do though, is if we take a look at this, the Unobtainium ore, you can smash with a hammer and you get this raw Unobtainium ore, right? If we take a look at how you get these, you can get these through the laser drill. And this was pointed out to me in the comments from the last video. So thank you guys for that. That's something that I completely did not see. So if we use a purple laser lens with the laser drill, and it has to be in the end highlands biome, so we have to do this in the end, then we can get this resource. Now, I don't know how fast this is, but it will target this specifically, and that's what I'm looking for. So let's bookmark that one. And then I guess Allthemodium, there is a resource for that. Let me search for ore. This guy. We smash that into the little star thing. And this you can get through the laser drill. And this has to be done in an oak savanna, mushroom forest, firefly forest, twilight. So I guess this has to be done in the twilight. I think those are all twilight biomes. I could be mistaken. But yeah, so that is another thing that we're going to have to do. And I do believe there are 3 of these different resources. Let's take a look at the quest book real quick. We go here. So yeah, there's the Unobtainium, the Vibranium, and Allthemodium. So how do you get Vibranium? Let's click here, and recipe on those gets us this, which is the other. Aha. So yes, it looks like the end, the twilight, and the other, we set up laser drills in all 3 of those, and then we can start producing these things all the time. Just going to require power, and power is something that we have an abundance of right now. We are definitely not using 2.18 million FE per tick. We're using about 100,000 at maximum. Looks like maybe around 90,000. So yes, that is something that we are going to do. So we need to make ourselves a bunch of laser drills, and I can't remember. I don't think we've done any laser drills yet, right? We haven't done any. We did a fluid laser for the wither to get some of that ether a long time ago. Looks like we actually have purple laser lens, so we're going to need that as well. Yeah, so let's take a look at this laser drill. And in order to make this, we need some stuff here. So let's go ahead and just make a recipe since we have to make multiple of these. And then we need the laser. Oh my goodness. What is that thing called? We go back into here. These are called ore laser base. Of course it is. Ore laser base. So what was that? Like clicked in and like it looked like it got on my mouse or something. Yeah, so this, again, we will make a recipe for that one because we have to make like 12 of them. Okay, let's find a home for these guys. Laser drill, let's make 3. Can we? We are missing diamond gears. Yeah, let's make a recipe for the diamond gears, I suppose. Let me bookmark this and then we'll go back to this one. All right, yeah, that happened again, weird. Yeah, so diamond gear, this, that, and we'll put this right next to where we have these in the system here. All right, so laser drill is already typed in here. 3 of those, please. And boom, awesome. All right, so then we need 12 of the other thingies, which I put right here, and then I decided not to look. Or laser base. So we need 12 of these. I think it was a diamond pick per. Tiny dry rubber. Okay, so that's something we need to give the system. It looks like it knows how to. Didn't this require? It does require a pickaxe, but I don't see. Let me go back here. I didn't see a pickaxe listed here, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Click pickaxe. I don't know. Maybe the system knows how to make a pickaxe. It's just not listing it in that itemized list. I don't entirely know. So yes, we need these things. Okay. I was like, I know we have them somewhere. I was looking for a drawer, but yeah, I guess I never stored them anywhere. We're just keeping them inside that, inside the latex processing unit down here. So yeah, we needed 12 of these. Oh, there's the pickaxe. Now it's saying it doesn't know how to make it. Maybe I had that before and I just didn't see it. So we need advanced machine frame, and then we actually need some iron ores. Interesting. I think, can we craft iron ores from the iron ore pieces over here? I don't remember if that's how you do it. You do it like this? No, that crafts this. So, okay, we're gonna have to figure out how we get those iron ores. Let me go ahead and just do a few things off camera here, and then we'll be back. Well, we need to make a bunch of these advanced machine frames, and each one of these requires a simple machine frame. And the advanced machine frame also requires pink slime. We have, let's see, 128 buckets of pink slime sitting in this jumbo tank. So we are good to go there. We didn't have enough simple machine frames, so I'm having to go back and make some of these. So I went ahead and I took our ultimate fluid tank that we had sitting right here that's transferring the fluid between the fluid extractor and the latex processing unit. Yeah, so I moved that over there. I could, I suppose, hook this all up to Applied Energistics and have this fluid available through there. But you know, honestly, with how often we use this stuff, I really don't think that's a thing that we have to worry about. Anyway, so there's 10 simple machine frames. Then I just need to have this push the fluid back out into this guy, which seems to be taking a little bit of time. Yeah, this machine just isn't very fast. Even with like the highest tier upgrades, it is kind of slow. And then, oops, oh, no. Push, get that fluid out of there. All right, we'll break that, place this back here. This will be able to dump its fluid back out. Okay, everything is happening correctly now. So now that we have these, I guess I had 5 additional ones. But yeah, I wanted to make 10 advanced machine frames, right? I think we actually needed 6. Or laser, we needed 12 of these. Yeah, it says we have 6 and we need 6 more. So I just decided to make 10 of these in total. And then, yeah, we only had 5 of those. So I decided to make 10 at a time on these. Anyway, yeah, so I need to go ahead and just continue this process here to make the rest of these advanced machine frames. And then we should be pretty good to go to make these ore base once we get the iron ore. Well, when we go into the Twilight Forest, we spawn in right above this particular hollow hill, right? Well, yeah, you guys probably can't tell that we're in that one, but yes, this is the one that we spawn in directly above. So yeah, right in here, there's plenty of ore resources that we never mined before. Oh, this is Allthemodium ore. Look at that. Boom. What did we just get? 3 of them. Nice. Yeah, so we never came in here and mined out all the ores. I don't think I'm going to mine them all out, but I figured I'd fill up my inventory while we're here. Hey, look, there's 2 more Allthemodium ores. Yeah, okay, very good. So we have collected a decent amount. We only needed, what was it, 6 iron ores or something? There's a stack, almost 2 stacks of the iron. So I think we're pretty good to go now. So it turns out we have to use this dissolution chamber with latex one more time. Yeah, so in order to make these laser lens, you can re-dye existing ones, but you can't craft new ones like you have in the past. Or at least I feel like you've been able to just put resources in to craft one and then dye it. Anyway, so now in this version of the mod, you have to use a dissolution chamber. So that is 4 glass panes, some latex, and then a dye. So yes, this is what we're going to do. So 4 glass panes, latex, and then yellow, for instance. And there we go. There's a yellow laser lens, and we'll do this again for the green one. And we already had the purple one. Okay, so yeah, that's all we need. We have our 3 laser drills. We have the ore laser base. Let me actually set this up to get that latex out of this machine, and then I'll put that barrel back, tank back, so it can continue to get filled from our fluid extractor over here. All right, put that back, put this back, and tank go right there. Awesome. All right, so everything's set back up again. So yes, we are pretty much set. Now, the only other thing that we need to do is get items back to the base. So I went ahead and I made some ender chests here. We set up a long time ago this red channel on the ender network here. So anything that goes into this chest is going to get sucked out and then go into this pattern provider, the return inventory here, which basically just puts it onto our Applied Energistics digital storage. I have upgraded the extraction on these pipes. We are now using the ultimate pipe upgrade, which does 64 items per tick. So each one of these will do a full stack per tick. Yeah, we got 2 of them on there. Like, that's going to be way more than what we need. Yeah, we really don't need that much, but I figured we'd just go ahead and upgrade it since the last time we did this, we only had the diamonds in here and I had 4 different connections with the diamonds. Anyway, so now that we have this, we have the way to send the items back, we have the drills, and we have this. The other thing that we need to do is actually give it power, and it looks like we have 3 of these here, which is great. And then we're going to have to set up chunk loading. I assume I should be able to use the FTB chunk loading like we have been for our base and the other dimensions. I have not tried it yet. But yeah, I think first stop, we should probably just go to the Twilight since it's right here. All right. And then we need to set up the drill. Now, if I remember correctly, the drill has a touch of bedrock. So either we go down to the bottom of the world and set it there, or we just drill a hole to the center of the world. I'm not sure which way we should go about this. Maybe just drill a hole straight down would be fine. Yeah, we can just place this here. And then, let's see. So the Twilight Forest one, which one is that? Is that this one? Is this the Allthemodium? Twilight Forest, Oak Savanna, Mushroom Forest, Firefly Forest. We are in a Firefly Forest here, which is great. I am going to place this up in the sky. Oh, you know what? We have never made the cross dimension upgrade for our Applied Energistics. And like every time I go and use it, I keep remembering that I haven't made it and I haven't made it yet. Maybe we should go work on that real quick before we continue on. Sorry to change gears, but that is something that's been bothering me for a long time. I just never gotten around to doing it. Wireless upgrade thingy. So the wireless booster, no, it is not. I think it's called Dimension. This thing. Dimension card. So yes, that requires 4 infinity boosters, 4 stars, and an Eye of Ender. We don't have the infinity boosters, and we don't have these wireless boosters. Oh, okay. Well, I thought this was just gonna be a quick thing. Let me go ahead and set up a recipe and Applied Energistics to autocraft this stuff. We should be able to do all of this stuff. Yeah, and then we got plenty of netherite as well. Unobtainium. Let's take a look. We have 82. That'll be enough to get us going. And then with these laser drill stuff, we'll be able to replace that. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll go set this up in the Twilight Forest. All right, in order to get this crafting recipe going, we had to make an Enderium plate recipe here that's going into our FTB Industrial Contraptions roller. That'll make the plate that we needed. And then we also needed to make ourselves Ender Dust, which we didn't have a way to do. So we had a regular inscriber. I went ahead and I crafted it into an advanced inscriber. And then we have a recipe here. We're pushing into it. 1 Ender Pearl equals 1 Ender Dust. And on the back, I have an import bus. Actually, I did forget to put in upgrades on this thing. Acceleration cards. Let's do that. We got some already pre-made. Boom. All right. Yeah, and I have it filtered specifically to take out Ender Dust. I don't remember if the advanced inscriber, like if you just extract, if it takes out of any slot. I guess it would only take out of this slot. Maybe we don't actually need that filter there. Okay, so I think we should be good to go. Let me just button this back up. Okay. And if we do dimension, wrong one, this one. Yeah, dimension. Looks like we're still using an iron ore hammer. I think that is to make Enderium. I should probably look at upgrading that recipe at some point. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and start that up. It says that we can make it, so I'm just going to assume everything's going to work correctly. Yeah, it looks like the... Oh, this needs accelerations too. Boom, that'll go a lot faster. Aha, all right. And there it is, a dimension card. Okay. Quest completed AE Infinity Booster. I believe that just replaces this one. And with that change, I am fairly confident that we should be able to use Applied Energistics in the Twilight or any other dimension. Let's go check that out because I haven't done this yet. And I've been meaning to. All right, can we use it here? Oh, we can. It's so good. It's so good. All right, so we were in a Twilight Forest before. I don't remember exactly. This is Oaks. I mean, I guess it will work in any of these. It doesn't have to be this specific one. Firefly Forest. This is the one. Yeah, I think we were right here previously. Okay, so yes, I'm going to go ahead and place our laser drill up here and our ore laser bases around that. Let me go ahead and get some placey blocks set up. I want this high in the sky so I can easily see where this thing is in case we need to do anything with it in the future. So yeah, it'll be floating here, pointing straight down, and we'll just drill all the way down to bedrock. Mental note, remember when editing this video, take out the part where you made 12 of the wrong thing and only 3 of the wrong thing. Yeah. Whoops, we were only supposed to make 3 ore laser bases and 12 laser drills. The drills are what power the base. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let me go craft the right things. All right, well, yeah, that's been solved. We made the correct amount of these laser drills now, and everything should be good to go. I did drill a hole all the way down to bedrock. The beams are not being displayed for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but it is working. Yeah, we can see in here, the progress is going up. It's consuming power. We can see here, things are happening. It just processes an ore, and all those ores going into this ender chest and go to our applied energistics system. Now, I took out all the Allthemodium ore just a moment ago when I realized that, yes, this does require a yellow laser lens, but you can actually put in more than one. And I'm pretty certain the more you have in there, the higher the likelihood it's targeting what you want it to target. Anyway, so yeah, I went ahead and I just made 5 more yellow laser lenses to put into here. But yeah, let's take a look. So we have 3 raw Allthemodium ore. And we've gotten some nuggets. I actually don't know if we got those nuggets from this drill or not. I don't think we did. Anyway, we'll take those out. And yeah, hopefully, oh yeah, it looks like we just got one, right here. Yeah, we'll take these out. Hopefully we'll be able to get these things a bit quicker than when we only had 1 in there. But yeah, I do have the flux point up here, and I am using a ultimate pipe upgrade to extract power pretty quickly, or I guess as fast as this will go. I'm not sure exactly how much power we're using here. It looks like it's kind of fluctuating a bit. And then I did have to put in some upgrades in each one of these things. And then I have enough stuff to put upgrades in the center one. I don't know if this actually makes any difference at all. It takes all of them except for the speed upgrade. I assume that means that these do something. I assume. I'm not entirely sure on that. Yeah, look at that. We got 2 more of the raw Allthemodium. So this is great. We'll just be collecting this stuff passively in the background all the time. I will have to check on our applied energetic system because we are going to be putting a bunch of different stuff in there all the time as well. I think I saw raw iron just go in there, so we'll be collecting this stuff and some other things. So yeah, that's definitely something to be a little concerned about, I suppose. But we do have a decent amount of storage, and it'll take quite some time for that to fill up. Anyway, we have a few more of these to set up, so I need to do the purple one and the green one. I have to make more of those lenses as well, so let me get to it. All right, guys, so just the same as the one that we have in the Twilight Forest, we have our laser drill set up here in the other. This one is quite a bit higher. This one has to have a depth of 110, I think is what it was. Let me go back and look real quick. It is between 100 and 123. So I put it like in the middle. So yeah, we're mining Vibranium at that level. We have collected 3 so far. We had none in the system previously. So yep, this has only been running for a short amount of time, and we've already collected a little bit. So that is fantastic. We have upgrades on all these machines. I went ahead and I made a bunch of extra upgrades, like 13 of each of these different ones, just so we had the extra. Plus we had the amount to put back in the machine that I took the original ones from that we had for the wither, I think is what it was. Anyway, yeah, so this one's done. It is now off to the end to get the final one set up. Oh, you know what? One final thing, I guess, before we go. I did make sure that this was all in a chunk before we did anything. So yeah, we have this all within one chunk. And then I should just be able to go onto the map. I already did this in the Twilight, but I did not do this here. Do a left click to claim and then a shift left click to chunk load to force load that. Yep, so this should be loaded all the time when we are no longer here. And whoop, there we go. Yep, there we are. So this is now all set. We shouldn't have to touch this again. We'll just be collecting Vibranium all the time. All right, guys, so with all of these set up, we are now collecting a decent amount of these 3 different ores that we absolutely needed. Yeah, I had to step away from the computer for a few moments. That's why we were up to like 93 of this raw Unobtainium. But yeah, and well, I guess in fact, all of these are significantly higher than when we left off. But yeah, this is going to be great. So this is a much faster way of collecting these resources than, yeah, using bees or using mystical agriculture. I mean, we could expand out our mystical agriculture and like add a whole bunch of different like farms and all this kind of stuff and make it much bigger and potentially produce more. Or we can just set up another one of these machines in each one of these dimensions. How did I do this? Raw Unobtainium, Allthemodium, and Vibranium. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, so we could expand out all those things, or we could just set up more of these machines. And honestly, I feel like this is probably the way to go in order to get these things in large quantities. And then I believe you can like double this stuff too, right? Let's take a look at this. If we can double it with the hammer, so we can get 2 of those, and then we can smelt that into the ingots. So that's pretty good. Can we just smelt that in the smeltery and double it, or do we have to do the other way? That only gives us 1 ingot if we do in the smeltery. So we do want to double it first before we put that in the smeltery. Okay, so that's definitely good to know. We can probably 5x or process this too, right? If we want to go that route through mechanism, 3 to 2 in this. We can do 3 into 8 in the chemical injection, energized smelter, 3 to 4 if we do it through the enrichment, purification chamber. So that turns into 2 of this. And then that turns into the dirty dust. Yeah, maybe we can't 5x or process this stuff. Maybe you can only do that with the ore itself. I don't know. Well, either way, being able to just double the ore, especially with how quickly we are just obtaining that all the time, without having to do anything. We just set up the machines, chunk load it, and provide power as long as everything's powered. It's just constantly doing stuff. To me, that is really cool. Yeah, that's very good. We'll have that stuff in no time. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it. Again, thanks for the tips and suggestions from the last video. Yeah, that I was definitely scratching my head figuring out what to do, but yeah, we got it. We got there. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.